Hi everyone, welcome once again to Riding Tiger with Arijit. And of course, I have two amazing people with me today from Ukraine, the country I love. Probably one day I felt that I'll take my retirement into the land of love in front of the Black Sea. But then eventually, probably life became different. We separated with each other. Today, I have a very close best friend of mine. She's Anna. But before I give the mic to Anna, let me give you a brief why this podcast is called as Riding Tiger with Arijit and what kind of people we usually bring in this podcast. So once you start your entrepreneurial life, your entrepreneurial journey is just riding on the top of a tiger. Why? Because that tiger is your business. When you start it, it's a small cub, it's a baby, and you need to feed it with milk with the intention that one day it will grow and it will roar, and then you will be probably on the top of that tiger. People will fear you, but then you are taking a huge risk. You can't stop. If you stop, the tiger is hungry, it will eat you until unless you keep feeding it with now not milk, now it is meat, and that's raw. That's raw meat is money. And nobody in this world will give you money for free. So you need to earn it, you need to continue, and that's the risk people usually take in their life when they start their entrepreneurial life. And I know these two young, lucrative people from Ukraine who have started their fashion designing entrepreneurial life for last couple of months, and they have been doing amazing work and opening up the world to come to Ukraine to start business into the land of beauty. So I will not take more time. We had people from around 99 plus countries. This is probably 167th episode of Riding Tiger with Arijit. I'll give the mic to my best friend Anna. Anna, over to you.
Hello, guys. Nice to see you and have you today and this amazing podcast because we will talk about very important topic. And the first thing I want to introduce to both of our speaker. The first one is Sarajit. As all you guys know, it's a very famous person, not only in India, also in Dubai and other countries. He is a serial entrepreneur, angel investor, public speaker, probably since the world start, and the government advisor, and more things. And one of the amazing things more is that he is the founder of World Leader Summit. On another hand, in another corner, we have an amazing person from Ukraine. He's very famous stylist. His name is Anton Vasiliev, and he worked with the very popular magazine like Work, like Pink, like Official, Playboy, and more and more. He worked with the all superstars in Ukraine and in other countries, and also with the supermodels, even from the New York. And for now, he's a creative director of a couple amazing projects like Poster People, like What You See, and other things. And he has his own platform. It's called What You See. So let's start our conversation and our topic from the very important question for nowadays, because in Ukraine we have a totally different situation, and a lot of industries now are stuck. But on the other hand, there is very good opportunities and very good possibilities for the people from other countries to join Ukrainian industry. So let's start from the first question, and I will make the translation for our guest Anton. So Anton, why now is the best time for investing in Ukraine? Чому саме зараз найкращий час для того, щоб інвестувати в Україну?
Ну, по-перше, я хочу сказати, привітати з усіма і сказати, що я дуже радий зараз з вами спілкуватися і бути на цьому підкасті. Це супер важливо і супер класно.
So first of all, I want to say greetings to everyone and tell you that it's very important to be today here, and it's very nice that you guys will see everything what we are talking today now.
І чому, відповідаючи на питання, чому саме зараз найкращий час для інвестицій в Україну, тому що, як ми знаємо, в принципі, при всій історії не тільки нашої війни і, в принципі, війн по світу і тих, яких ми знаємо з історії, завжди в цей момент максимально люди починають кризово думати, будувати бізнес, і в якомусь моменті, можна сказати, трішки виживати. І в цій кризовій ситуації люди максимально можуть бути продуктивними.
Super. For the answering the question why it's now is the best time for investing, because if we take in all opinion and if we're comparing the huge historical part, every country which faced the world during this time, the people in the hardest times need and try to survive. So in these circumstances, people become more creative, more flexible, and from another hand have, like, weird, it's not even hearing. So for another hand, we have the situation when a couple of industry become growing more faster.
І також я просто хочу сказати навіть для того, що коли починається, ну, наразі в Україні дуже багато є ніж бізнесу, які вже трішки пустують, тому що дуже багато хто пішов. І є частина, яка зайшла, як, ну, зараз відкриваються двері для нових бізнесів, для нових країн, які можуть зайти в Україну, і чи інвестувати в Україну, інвестувати в нішу, яку вони обирають. Наразі це, ну, більш популярна ніша, наразі це фешн.
So, if talking about nowadays for Ukraine, the part of spheres and the industries, it's even empty. So they are looking for the new investments. They are looking for the some company or some countries abroad will investing. And why it's interesting? Because it's give the good prosperity in future. If you invest in Ukraine now in the hardest time, you will see the good results even in the next year, because the people now become more flexible, the rates of income become more higher, and more things are coming. And the one of the most prospective spheres for nowadays, which we can actually give more attention and talking more, it's about the fashion. So please continue.
І саме в фешені зараз відкривається для світу, в принципі, дуже багато є і замовників, і тих, які бачать, що наші люди дають дуже гарну якість. І це дуже важливо. Вони дають якість, вони дають креативність, і вони дають таку, можемо сказати, універсальність, тому що люди, які працюють в фешені, вони зараз, ну, в нас саме в Україні, вони максимально універсальні в плані того, що одна людина може робити до 10 задач, ну, там, плюс-мінус одночасно, там, зробити, намалювати сукню, зробити, наприклад, ескіз цієї сукні, потім зробити лекала і, в принципі, змоделювати. І це все може зробити одна людина.
So, if we are talking about the Ukrainian fashion in international market and in the national sphere, during the last 2 years, all of them understand that Ukrainian products, Ukrainian clothes is high quality. It's more creative and more universal. And especially if we are talking about the Ukrainian brands and Ukrainian people for nowadays, the people become more multifunctional. The one person can do all steps, starting from the draft of the dress or any clothes and going to the end of the process of manufacturing and giving you already result, already the good clothes with good quality and the lowest price on the market if we compare.
Тому саме зараз в ці інвестиції, саме там, наприклад, в сферу фешена, вона Вони і приходять, тому що у нас дуже багато відкрилось грантових систем, але їх дуже складно отримати, тому що там дуже великі перевірки, і звичайні люди не йдуть на грантову систему, тому що їм максимально це це складно зробити це все, коли ти не маєш команди. Але коли знаходяться люди, в яких інвестують, які збирають команду, вони можуть максимально робити дуже круті речі, які в принципі переходять далі і по світу, тому що зараз, як ми знаємо, світ максимально відкритий для України, і саме підтримка інших в бізнесі України дуже важлива для того, щоб Україну знали більше і більше, і дійсно знали якість і якість і якість всього, що робимо ми.
Super. So if we are talking about the Ukrainian products and Ukrainian actual manufacturing and brands, from the one hand, they have grants from the government and they have some investments from the different funds and different foreign investments. But for the small one, it's really hard to pass all this way for getting money and foundation from the government, because it's need a lot of document work and a lot of fulfillment of different application and other things. But from another hand, if the big companies or the some group of people have idea to invest in Ukrainian fashion today, it's very good opportunity to find some already working project and invest there, because last 2 years it's showing a lot for the international markets. It's showing that Ukraine have a huge power of fashion. Ukraine have its own voice, and Ukraine designers become more and more famous. And it's not about just only because we have some problem in our country. It's more about the quality and quality again. So we can talk about this very, very long, but the main thing that now it's very, very good time for starting investing in Ukraine, and a lot of young projects are open and with the huge opportunity and with the huge success in the future.
Якось так.
Супер. Ми закінчили з першим питанням.
Да.
Super. Arjit, so I will have a small questions for you. The first one, do both of us is the first Ukrainians that attached and starting talk and speaking in the Rider Tigers?
No,
Or you have Ukrainians before?
I had 3 Ukrainians before you, so
Oh, 3. Okay.
yeah.
Super. Because I thought that we both of us are the first one, and you have a very nice example of Ukrainian people, so that's why. And the second one is about actually a question for you. Have you faced the similar situation with the when in very hard economical or very hard social situation in some countries, different industries become growing, like everyone is thinking that there's will be not a good results or something will like not work, but on the other hand, it's showing the amazing results because the people become more flexible, people become more I don't know, like even more
Yeah.
thinking about the way like how to make it more better.
Yeah, definitely. So if you look at the human history, or if you look at in today's world, probably you can see the growth of Vietnam. Vietnam is growing faster than anything. Their people are adopting, their people are learning. In fact, from Vietnam, there is an organization who requested my company to recruit more and more Vietnamese kids as an intern. So these guys wants to learn. So if you look at their growth after the war, if you look at the entire history of Vietnam, after war, they wanted to update upskill, and then eventually they actually got few bit of investment in their country. And now because of the growth, they have to upskill themselves. There is no other option left. So for upgradation, they are looking for high-tech companies to give their
Mhm.
young generation a little bit of boost, a little bit of understanding of industry. So hence they requested Virtual Infocom to become their tech partner and upskill the youth of Vietnam in a complete different way altogether in terms of artificial intelligence, game development, and virtual reality and augmented reality. If I look at Glamworld Face, which is another platform that I run, that is basically for actor, actress, and movie producers as well as models. Of course, we are one of the star there. So in that platform as well, I can see the growth of Africa. If I look at Kenya, if I look at Rwanda, if I look at Nigeria, their youth are nowadays coming up very, very fast to upskill themselves to compete with the global world scenario. Now,
Yeah,
on the
true.
other hand, if I look at Ukraine as a country, if I look at the nearby countries like Romania and Moldova, these are very small parts of the world. But then, if you look at their growth, the growth is basically happening because of the need, because
Yeah,
there is a scarcity, because there is a situation which is unavoidable. So people usually evolve. And when people evolve, they adopt new and new skills. And that is what probably Anton is trying to share. This is the right time to invest in Ukraine because people are adopting more. In earlier
true.
times, probably some guys who are thinking about maybe fashion designing. I can talk from my experience, Anton. I took a workshop, 5 days workshop in the largest fashion designing institute in India around a month back or 1.5 months back. Their kids are also upskilling themselves, whether it is leather, whether it is normal garment, whether it is pure design, whether it is UI or UX. People are nowadays becoming one stop solution for almost everything. So gone are those days when we feel that, okay, fine, I'll probably upskill myself only on UI and I will probably become a UI designer. Nowadays, companies are looking for a one-stop solution. You can cut, you can design, you can knit, you can think
Do
of
everything.
innovative ideas. So those things are coming up. I think Ukraine is going in a complete right direction.
Oh my God, yeah. You can imagine if you come now and compare like few years ago when you come to Ukraine, it's totally different. Thank you for your answering, guys. So moving next, we have a next one question, and it's how fashion industry changed during the war and what opportunities in give now forward. Антон, скажіть, будь ласка, наскільки змінилась індустрія моди взагалі протягом війни, а також які зараз можливості вона дає для світу?
Ну, по-перше, як вона змінилась? Вона змінилась кардинально, просто максимально кардинально, тому що дуже в якийсь момент, в принципі, всі країни відкрили для нас двері, і наші дизайнери почали свої колекції показувати, тому що раніше було дуже складно зайти на європейський ринок, вдягнути якусь модель чи вдягнути якусь зіркову, ну, якусь зірку. Це було дуже важко.
Super.
Але
Just a moment. So, if we're talking about the changing of fashion industry during the war, it's changed significantly. It's starting even from designers and the work in the international market and international field. Before the war, for Ukrainian designers to give the clothes for some model or some fashion people, it was very hard. But during this time, everything changed. The all doors in the world, in Europe, it's become now open for Ukrainian designers, and now it's become more easier for them.
І тому зараз дуже багато наших дизайнерів, по-перше, почали виготовляти ще більш якісні речі, тому що ми всі розуміємо, що ми можемо вийти на ринок і показати себе. Ми вже, в принципі, себе показали. І якщо
That's
дивитися...
why That's why for nowadays designers become more professional and give even more high quality for the international market, because they show already their first examples. People love them, and for making more deeply connection with the international market, with the European market, they make the quality become grow. So now it's high quality in everything.
І також ми ж бачимо максимально, як наші дизайнери вдягають там дизайнер Фролов, який вдягав Бейонсі, який вдягає зараз ну максимально ну майже всіх зірок. Також ми бачимо, як в кліпмейкерах Тані Муньо, яка знімає ще більше зіркам свої кліпи і так далі. Тому дуже зараз український фешн зараз про те, що він стає самим максимально, ну буду говорити ну так голосно, але він в принципі стає на дуже вищий рівень, ніж фешн різних країн.
So, if we are talking about the Ukrainian brand and designers, for example, even Frollo and more designers of Ukraine is giving a clothes for the stars like Beyonce, like Lady Gaga, and more. So now all world famous people like to wearing something from Ukrainian designers. Baginski heads, Frollo, and more. And not even in the fashion field, also in other industries. For example, Ukrainian producer Tanya Munyo is making video clips for the Hollywood stars, making video clips for the singers, and more. So now in that creative fields that we can say, like fashion and productions of some video and other things, Ukraine become like in very high level.
Тому і це і є така більш зміна всієї індустрії під час війни, тому що ми маємо змогу показати той рівень, який, в принципі, якого немає. Тому що навіть якщо брати ресторанну сферу, то дуже багато хто, приїжджавши до нас, говорять, що наш сервіс являється одним із самих вищих, ніж навіть сервіс, там, я не знаю, десь в Сполучених Штатах.
So even if we are talking about the quality of different services in Ukraine, if you come now, it's become a high level. And even we can say that Ukrainians now create the new level of services around the world. During the war, a lot of people shifted from Ukraine. All of us are knowing that. And everywhere we're trying to make everything by the high quality, because for us it's very important. We're showing the name of our native country, we're showing how people negotiate, how people grow, and other stuff. So how people even behave. So for nowadays, in all spheres, in all industries, Ukrainians trying to show very high level and good quality for the first. Так, ми закінчили, я так розумію, з другим питанням. Super. Arjit, we have finished with the second question, and I have a small question to you. You have been in Ukraine like probably 5-6 years ago.
Yep.
Can you say something good about Ukrainian service and Ukrainian restaurants fare? I know you like it.
Of course. So first thing that I loved is the food and the quality.
Yeah, food is amazing.
And the quality of coffee. And then if I hop into directly to maybe designing aspect, I love the way they build the buildings, number one. Number two, the kind of color composition, the kind of building arts that they do. Maybe if I go very deep, the wall arts, if I look at those kind of artistic works in Ukraine, totally in love with that. The most important part, if you really want to expand your business in any country, you need not the building, not probably the infrastructure only. You need people who can accept you. And Ukraine is one such country. I have faced that in my own way. They accept you the way you are, and then they mix with you. They try to relax with you. They try to become your friend, and they will never ever let you feel that you are away from your country. That's my own personal experience. Definitely connecting with humankind leads to a greater goodness. And that's what probably you can feel in Kiev and Odessa, both the places. I have only traveled in those two cities, so I can tell you my experience. If you really want to start something new, if you want to collaborate with Ukrainians, they are one of the best. Talking about programming skill sets, one of the finest that I have seen so far. I have taken interviews. Even in fact, recently I took two freelancers working in one of our project. Amazing people. Talking about design, definitely, I'm in love with Ukrainian design. In fact, for all the audience, you need to understand the T-shirt that I sometimes use, and there is a Ukrainian word that is written in the back, is actually gifted by my friend Anna, and I often use that. And the reason is I'm in love with Ukraine. It's the total country and the smell of Black Sea, which gives you maybe a complete different dimension altogether. Let me
So,
take one more second. When I first saw this gentleman, Anton, and we had a discussion that, okay, fine, we'll be taking him as one of the guests in Riding Tiger with Arijit. I felt that what exactly the message that I can give to the world. Well, design is supposed to solve any kind of problem. And if I talk about fashion designing, that is actually giving you complete different flavor, maybe enhancing yourself from your own aura. And I
mm,
feel that if you look at designing industry, models play a role to showcase themselves with that particular garment. And that dress gives you a complete different flavor to attach with the culture. So it is not about investing probably only in fashion designing. It is practically investing in the culture and in the country. So I'll probably
true.
look forward to all of you come forward, shake hand with these creative people, and then grow together.
Thank you. Super. Thank you. We have one more question that is left. Is how create the huge international platform for creative people in nowadays. Let's start from Антон. Антон, як створити велику міжнародну платформу для креативних людей сьогодні і зробити так, щоб вона працювала?
Ну, я думаю, що насамперед це не дуже складна історія, тому що якщо створити таку майже, можна сказати, з веб-сайту можна почати, і в принципі там зробити і вкладки різних креативних людей, і в принципі просто по розмові з нашими людьми, щоб кожна людина могла зайти на цю платформу і зареєструватися і розказати про свої креативні навички. І тим далі кожна людина, яка заходить, вона може знаходити ту людину, яка може йому допомогти в цій креативній історії. І вони вже, в принципі, можуть спілкуватися і будувати якесь співпрацювання разом на цій платформі, чи вже, в принципі, поза межами її.
Super. If we are talking about creative international platform, it's not so hard actually. Let's start from the beginning for creating the website where every person can register and left their own bio or the portfolio and showing in which sphere and in which way they want to connect the people and they want to collaborate and create something great together. So Arijit, the same question to you: how to create a huge international platform for creative people nowadays and how to make it works in the right way?
Well, then you actually need support of the ecosystem. You need support of people who can be on your platform and give them work. So I can talk from my own experience creating an international platform for ecosystem development. We have a huge number of models and designers, developers, photographers coming in the one common platform. enlisting them is not the solution. What we do is basically give them opportunity to work in multiple different projects. But then the challenge is it is not about the website. Website can be done very easily. It's about how you are actually giving work in the real life. So maybe floating a event, floating a networking would probably lead
Mhm.
to a better result.
So super. I think we are finished with my question. If you have any question for us, Arjit, you are free to ask.
One quick question before we probably end this podcast. What is your future goal? What exactly you want to achieve in next maybe 3 months?
Окей, супер. I will start for translation to Антон. Антон, що ж, запитання до нас двох. І які твої майбутні цілі і чого ти хочеш досягти на протязі наступних 3 місяців?
Ну, в мене на наступні три місяці, по-перше, зробити, я зараз запускаю один із курсів по стилю для молодих стилістів і для тих, хто хоче стати стилістом. І для мене це зараз така максимально моя тема і моє таке маленьке дитятко, над яким я буду працювати 3 місяці. Якраз через 3 місяці плюс-мінус і буде запускатись саме цей мій курс.
So super, Anton, have amazing plan for the next 3 months. Now he's starting to work on a new platform. It's new courses for the young stylists. He will give all his experience for them, and these classes will be for those people who want to understand everything about the style. And exactly after 3 months, he will finish it. So wish him good luck. So about me, truly saying for the next 3 months, if talking globally, it will be very nice to build the huge international project which will connect and lead different people from different spheres for support and help each other. What I understand when I try to make analysis of the market in different fields, it doesn't matter, it's in the fashion industry, of course they have some specific things, but there is the huge gap between one country and another country, and the people sometimes are afraid to talk directly and afraid to proposal some services and some other things. It's probably lack of time or lack of understanding how to negotiate each other. So for me, for the next 3 months, it will be nice to make with you, Arjit, and with Anton a few more such kind of podcasts to get a great more attention from the people who want to join and who want to create something big and global, and start to work in that field that we can share our connection, we can share all our huge experience. If talking about me, I have a huge experience in marketing, in cryptocurrency, in blockchain also, and other things. So we can share our experience and we can create something big, something huge and incredible together. So the small bigs from me, small and big dreams from me and goals for the next 3 months.
Super. Let me see because this is going to be there in all the social media. Let me see that if I can bring few bit of good institutions and few bit of partners so that maybe things can grow in a multifolded way. So there is a saying in African proverb that if you really want to do something cool and you want to grow faster, you need to grow together. The lone wolf
True.
actually grow in a certain level,
A lot.
but you need
Yeah.
people to support you and handshake with you. So let's see what we can do together. Totally in for the Ukrainian friends and definitely for Anton and Anna.
Thank you.
By the by,
Thank you.
we are a cube. Oh my God.
Yeah. Good.
Okay,
Super.
so much for watching us and keep blessing us, keep loving us, and feel free to share this podcast as much as you can so that this message goes to the world. And feel free to communicate and connect with both of them. And if you feel that I can be any of your help connecting with amazing designers and models, feel free to communicate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.